Hello dudes and lady dudes, Jean here, and today we're going to talk about something. I want you to just imagine for a second a police officer, fire chief rolls up on scene. We'll go with fire chief. And he goes in and people are telling about the structure of this building and it's going to fall. There's no one inside. There's no reason to send firefighters in. And so the fire chief hears all this, all the information being told him, and he says, "I don't care. 20 firefighters go inside and kick down doors, and I don't know what they would be doing, but he sends them in, and the building collapses, and 20 firefighters die. That fire chief would be charged. He would get criminal negligence charge as well as probably some others, and he should. I mean, this is what laws are for. This is what training is for. We look at a situation, we go, there's zero reason why you should have done this, and you did it anyway. You ignored the advice of everyone. Why don't politicians get held to the same standard? Why is it that when Donald Trump back in January says we need to prepare for Corona, and then in February addresses it in his State of the Union speech that was so praised that Pelosi ripped it up, why do the politicians who said that we don't need to do anything about it get a free pass? I'm not even talking about the media here, because I do think that libel and slander should be things when it comes to media, because it's not a free press if it's controlled by one ideology, one political ideology, one government ideology. But politicians, they do this. Look in Canada here with Trudeau, with how unwilling he was to close the borders and even bringing in infecting, what was it, Nicaraguans, and they were sick, and he brought them in, and then he lied. Why? Well, because he released them into the public. Just go. I don't care. You're sick. Here's your money. Because we always give them money. French fry. But why does he get a free pass? This idea really kind of got to me with reading the information that I saw for the first time yesterday about the massive hospital ship, the Navy ship that New York was using, or that New York was given, and only 200 or 1,200 beds are used. I understand that it was meant to be for non-corona patients, but what they did is they took people who are sick and on the mend and they stuck them in nursing homes. People with the virus, they stuck them around the elderly. It doesn't take a genius to know what happened there. The old started dying. You had 1,000 beds where you could lay down these sick people and you don't use it. And this isn't the first time that the governor did something stupid. He refused to use the malaria drug because Donald Trump was touting its success. And so for a week or two, he said no. Thousands of people have died in New York because the governor refused to be on the same side as the president. It wasn't that he was listening to experts. No, it was simply a partisan decision to spit in Trump's face and say, no, we will not do this for our people, and people died. This is abhorrent. There are, again, thousands of people who should still be alive, but because the governor just has his personal vendetta, the obstructionism that has become the American left, where because we didn't get our way, we are going to kick and scream and all this stuff. I mean, look at Michigan. Look at Democrat Michigan was going to resign and said, no, I shouldn't have to resign because I praised Trump. Trump's done a good job here. He's helped out our state. And so he's left the party. Or she. I don't know, he or she. But this is where it is. You can't even admit that, oh my gosh, he saved lives. He banned travel back when we were saying we don't need to ban travel, and that saved lives. He's maneuvered medical equipment to where it's needed now, not where it's needed 3 weeks from now, where it's needed now, and that saved lives. And look, in 3 weeks, he was able to get us our supplies so New York, again, can just shut up and stop thinking they're the only ones there, especially when there's 20 million held by a union that are just in warehouses. The, this is ridiculous, people. This is what you voted. This whole idea, we're a republic. Well, the U.S. is a republic. I don't know how exactly the wording, but we represent elected officials. We're not a straight democracy because, so that's republic type. But we elect representatives. They are not these kings. They're not lords, all right? They are representative. They are citizen representing citizens. They're supposed to be. We have evolved them into this higher level, higher existence of person, and they are now above the laws. And that is not legal. That is not in our rights. In either country here in Canada and the U.S., they do not get this, but they have repeatedly, over and over, overstepped their rights. They have demanded extra rights. Just everything on the news. The right to, you don't need a gun to protect yourself, but I need a gun to protect myself. No, politician, you are an elected citizen to represent us. You have no extra rights or privileges than what is laid out, and that's pretty much just so for you to represent us. But we have for decades allowed them to use and abuse this, and it needs to stop. Because now thousands of people are dying in one man's grudge against another man for winning and being a better leader. That's just it. That's all John has for today. It's this whole idea of the government needs to fear that the people will remove them from power, and the people need to stop fearing the government, but we don't do that. So we have tyranny instead of freedoms. It's time to wake up, people. They're literally killing grandma and grandpa because they're inconvenient in the way, and you're letting them. I like my grandmas. I love them. Like some days it can be hard. John admits that, but I love them, and I don't want them to die because one person's pissy with Trump. So anyway, get up, wake up, and do your right, your duty, your civic duty is to hold them accountable. If you like this video, do the YouTube stuff. If you don't like this video, do the YouTube stuff as well as my challenge to you. Go feed a homeless person despite me. I am a better person than you, John. I fed a homeless person and I thumbs down. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again.